Week 2, film study, Buffalo Bills. This one's going to hurt a little bit. Fans, yes. Week 2, got the film. Again, for some reason, you pay $100 to NFL Game Pass, and they are really taking their sweet time putting the All-22 out there. But I got the film. We're going to break down. I'm going to do all of Tua's passes. We're really going to dive deep into that. Then I'm going to look at some other things throughout the game. And then also for comment of the day, there's a lot that I hear from Tua, whether it be not from Tua, but from a ton of people saying Tua is a one-read quarterback. If his first read is taken away, he gets scared and then essentially either takes a sack or whatever. I'm also hearing Tua doesn't point out blitzes, Tua doesn't read defenses, and Tua doesn't audible. So we're going to look at that in this game because this is a big pivotal game that some people said, well, he didn't point out the blitz. We'll look at that in this game, and then we'll go back to the Patriot game. I have a few clips, about 8, where you see him go through his progression, all that stuff, and see if we can debunk the fact that people call him a one-read quarterback and all of that stuff. Also, before we jump into this film breakdown, my podcast is up. So for all you guys who are like, hey, I'd really want to listen to you, and YouTube, I have to keep it open because I'm not going to pay for yada, yada, blah, blah, blah. Well, it is linked below. Or if you go to Spotify, DouglieDoWrong podcast, it is up. I'm going to try to get on iTunes. I'll try to get on everything else. But right now, it is on Spotify, DouglieDoWrong podcast. Essentially, the YouTube videos I do, not like this. This isn't going to be on the podcast because you need to watch this. But like the Big O show, yesterday's video, that is up on the podcast. The recap, all that stuff. It's up on the podcast. So if you want to go check it out, subscribe, listen up, you can. And I'm going to do some special podcasty stuff just over there on the podcast. But it's officially up. So let's jump into this. I'm going to minimize myself, and we're going to go right into the first play, into that blitz. In fact, I got myself this so I can draw. I went out and I got the software so I could draw. So essentially, Devonta Parker is running one of these. It's not going to look great, but it is going to look it. And then Preston Williams is running a deep post, essentially. So you're going to have they're keeping all of these guys in, and it's a two route. It's a two route play. So he's gonna motion this way. He's gonna come up. He's gonna block, and then of course this guy, he's gonna be the blitzer, right? Plain and simple. How you do? I was gonna get rid of everything and run the play. Got to find out a way to do that quicker. So when we see the play, obviously we know this guy right here is going to be blitzing. So the motion, I think, is they stack it to this side, right? I guess assuming what's going on here. So Austin Jackson has to deal with 2 of the blitzers. Tua knew the blitz was coming. Tua 100% knew the blitz was coming because if you look, he didn't full-fledged play action. Pulls it right back in. And then he's looking at Devonta Parker because this was a very successful play multiple times against the Patriots on that, quick slant, quick in route that he looks at him, right? Boom. He's ready to get that ball to him. And a lot of people said that he looked and he waited. Where do you see the wait? Because if you look at it, he knew, and this is before he even jumped in to double cover Devonta Parker. He knew that it wasn't going to happen. Look. So he's looking at him, and he's done. I think that's not even a second. I don't even think that's a second. Let's say 1, done. Looked, he's covered. Now I'm going to go to Preston Williams, who's covered. What you gonna do? Oh, you're going to get sacked. And he tried to get the ball away. He tried to throw the ball away, but they ran a 2-route play. And essentially, they kept all these guys in, but the blitz came off the edge, and we saw Myles Gaskin. It's a play action, so he's going to take the ball. He's going to block here. He's not going to block here. But, again, he saw it. He tried to get the ball away, took a sack. Taking a sack is better than trying to throw it and potentially, I think this is Milano throwing an interception here. Just a bad play. Bad play called. Probably should have audibled out. Probably should have shifted the line of protection, even though there is a motion. Maybe flip the play, have the motion go the other way to block that side. But regardless, it was just a good play by the defense. Good play by the defense in having 4 defenders covering 2 routes that were only run. So regardless, if the blitz didn't get to him, no one was open. He would probably just have to run it himself. So on this one, this is the second blitz that he got. And this is a slant here. This is a comeback. This is a comeback. And this is a go. And this is the play where people got super critical of Tua. And they said it was the same type of blitz. And Tua didn't point it out. Tua didn't change any protection. Tua didn't recognize the blitz. And I don't know how they could say that, because when I play it, watch, he's blitzing again. He's going to be blitzing again. They put the running back on his left side, Malcolm Brown, because they are blitzing off that side. So again, people were saying that Tua wasn't recognizing the blitz. Tua didn't point out the coverage. But I wish it would have stopped when I hit the button. You'll see, and it's a little grainy, but we'll get the other angle, right? He is pointing out the blitz. Hey, this guy's blitzing me, pointing at it. Malcolm Brown's job now is to get that blitz. He is pointing at the blitz, and we'll look at the other angle just in case you're thinking he's not pointing at the blitz. He's pointing at the guy over here because he really likes his fanny pack and he wants to ask him where he got it from. So again, slant, in, go. Malcolm Brown, and I said this when I watched it live, Malcolm Brown blocked the wrong guy. Malcolm Brown blocked the wrong guy. That was on Malcolm Brown, right? So he points here, blitzer. Let me get my marker. Boop. Because if he's pointing here, he ain't pointing to nobody. He's obviously pointing to the guy over there. He's pointing out the blitzer. Pointing at him. Malcolm Brown's job now, hey, this guy's blitzing me again. Your job, block him. But Malcolm Brown doesn't block him. Malcolm Brown takes on him. Solomon Kinley has. No, man. You take on the blocker or the blitzer, like Tua pointed out. And again, people said, oh, when Tua stares down his guy, if he doesn't see it, he freezes. He actually goes through a progression here. Boom. 2-step drop. He looks, doesn't see it, looks. So he's going 1, 2. He's going through his progressions, trying to step up in the pocket to get away from the blitz. But obviously, again, not much you can do when Jesse Davis is not blocking. Because now if you look at Jesse Davis here, just getting pushed back. So are these two, two guys blocking one. Two guys blocking one. Pushed right back into Tua. And there's nowhere for Tua to step up. Say that Malcolm Brown blocked him and did the thing he was supposed to do. Where on God's green earth is he supposed to step up? Two guys are getting pushed back by one. Jesse Davis is getting pushed back. There is no pocket for him to step up into. He tries to step up. Points out the blitz. Gets the ball. Boom. First read. Second read. Trying to move up, step up into the pocket. Can't. The offensive line. He recognized the blitz. He called out the blitz. What more did you want him to do? So here, I just want to show real quick that I don't know what's going on with Josh Allen, because we even noticed Josh Allen against the Steelers kind of regressing back to his inaccurate ways. He's going to be targeting Stephon Diggs here. Stephon Diggs is essentially going to be running a curl route here. You have, a bunch of different routes here, some in routes. This is going to be a deep in route. This is going to be, I think, an in route here. I think the tight end is going to be running a go. But the one that we're focusing on is Stephon Diggs here. He's just going to run a curl route, and he's being covered by Xavier Howard. Xavier Howard covered him all game, and he did a fantastic job of limiting him to the amount of yards he was going to get. But when we go forward, you'll see how just... So you got the in. This is the deep go. I think this is just a go route and a curl route here from the running back, a block and go. Just sails that pass. Just sails it. And this isn't the first time he sails the pass. Because he had him. Could have got about 4 or 5 yards on that. Just completely sails it. And then this next one. This is the run. This is the run that got him the touchdown. And just the hat on a hat. It was good blocking by the Buffalo Bills here. He's covering his man. He's supposed to shoot this gap. Great pull block by the tight end here. You got him coming off, getting in on the block. Emmanuel Sanders coming over, making his block. Just a lane. Just a nice lane, and unfortunately, 45-yard touchdown. This is the thing I didn't understand, and if you guys remember my video Monday, I really had a lot of questions for the offensive coordinators with not running the ball more. I don't understand why they weren't running away from the blitzes. So this is going to be a run to Myles Gaskin to the right side. And if you look at it, right, you got 4 down, 2 up. You got your safeties. You got your corner here covering Preston Williams. But you would look at it and you see that you got your defenders shifted this way. So a run this way wouldn't do that well. Especially, you got Durham Smythe here and Preston Williams. Preston Williams isn't the greatest of run blocker. But it actually is a very good run. Preston Williams does a great job of run blocking. You got Gesicki over here. They all get on their lanes. And he bounces it to the outside and gets a good chunk of yardage. I don't know why the Dolphins didn't stick with this and run it more to take more pressure off of Tua, because they were blitzing the crap out of Tua. So here you're going to have a play here where you're going to have the receiver running a route here. You're going to have Waddle coming around here. You're going to have, I think this is Shaheen. He's going to try to block because you're going to have another receiver, tight end, run a route here. And you're going to have Shaheen try to block 97 and do an absolute horrible job, because this is going to be play action and you're going to see Tua roll out to his left. So they actually try to roll him out, but he is unable to really do anything because of the type of block Shaheen does here. So if we play it, you'll see, running his crossing route, running the in route, Waddle's coming around, and then Shaheen is just, good luck, Tua. And he tries to get the ball off, but just what even kind of block was that? Now, I know he's supposed to block and go, but try a little bit. There's not much you could do there. I like this play here. This play shows Tua's ability to kind of mess with the defense, I guess you can say. Because you have Jakeem Grant here. He started here. He's going to come this way. Then he's going to come back this way. You have Devonta Parker running another slant route here. And it's going to be play action here. What Tua does here is he looks at Jakeem Grant. Again, his first read is Jakeem Grant. His second read is Devonta Parker. Looks at Jakeem Grant as if he's going to throw it to him, essentially forcing the corner to bite down a little bit. Now, he's not going to bite down completely, but he opens his shoulders, and he did this last week against the Patriots, to look at Grant. I don't know why I kept calling him Shaheen. Look at him, forcing the corner to bite down, and then essentially opening up the lane behind him for Devonta Parker. And it looks like he throws a no-look pass. I'm not going to say it is a no-look pass because we can't really see if he's looking at him or not. But you'll see he's going to come back over, snap the ball, play action here. And he's looking at Grant. And he sees him looking at Grant, so he bites down on it. And by biting down on it, looks like he's going to throw it to him. Boom, gets it to Devonta Parker. Easy first down. Good job. Really good job there. And if we look at the behind shot here, cross, going back, boom, play action, looks at him, draws him down. He's waiting for him to run. He's not running. Pump fakes him, makes him jump, boom, gets it to Devonta Parker. It's a good play by Tua. This is the play that Tua gets hurt on. They only send 4 here. It's a very simple play. You have Albert Wilson here. He's going to be running an in. You're going to have Waddle in. He's going to come down and out. And then Kazicki's going to be running that. So essentially, in a nutshell, it looks like a hot mess on the screen. But that is the play rec. But of course, we're going to be looking at Jesse Davis here and just how absolutely horrid of a job he does. But also the fact that Tua still gets the pass off, because I don't even know how much time Tua has here, but he still gets the pass off and actually almost completes it to Waddle. So, yeah, 1, 2, and he knows. So Waddle is running. He's going to try to get a Waddle, because at the point of him about to get destroyed, nobody's looking for the ball. No one is in their routes. No one is doing anything. But he knows here that Waddle's kind of doing that thing where you like run up, you kind of stop, and then boom, you turn, because you can see he turns. The ball's coming out towards Waddle. So he knows that Waddle is running this in route. And when he gets absolutely destroyed, and like I said, you could see his arm is up, and it seems like that's where the damage happened on his ribs. You can see that he looks, right? Boom. He knows that he's got him. He almost had him. He almost had the completion there. But we'll look at it at this angle, and it's Jesse Davis just... And it looks like Jesse Davis was late to the snap. If we show it again, look at the other 4 linemen and look at Jesse Davis. I'll see if I can pinpoint it when the ball snapped. Yeah. See how they're all kind of already in their positions and he is starting to go? Let's see if I can go back a smidge. I'm trying to get... Smacks him, essentially telling him late. He's late. He's already coming after him. He's absolutely late. Still somehow gets that ball off. They sent 4. And again, later on, I'm trying not to make this video too long, but later on, I'll show in the Patriots game I'm seeing comments in the comment section. I'm seeing comments on Twitter. Tua is a 1-read guy. If his first read's not there, then he gets startled. And I have 8 plays that we'll talk about. And I'm not going to probably do all 8, but I found plays on the Patriots game where he went through his progression. And it's not even like an RPO, bring it up, went through his progression. He goes through his progression. But unfortunately, this is his last play. Tried to get it to Waddle. Fortunately, couldn't. Or he tried to get it to Albert Wilson. Unfortunately, couldn't. That was 4th down. And now the Buffalo Bills got the ball. And he tried to get him back in the game. Kid's tough. He's tough. I'm showing this play. It's going to be a scramble by Josh Allen here. And the reason I'm showing this play is because of the huge difference between our offensive line and the Buffalo Bills offensive line. And the stuff that Josh Allen has to deal with, and the stuff that Jacoby Brissett and Tua Tagovailoa had to deal with. So multiple times I showed you where Tua pointed out pressure, or Tua, tried to do a rollout and he got pressure in his face, consistent pressure in his face. Whereas if you see here, it's a pass. The routes to me don't really matter, but let's look at how long he has in the pocket, right? Pointing out the pressure, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then he takes off. And easy, he gets the first down. And that's what Josh Allen's going to do on you. But you can't give him 4 seconds in the pocket. 3.5. I'll be generous and say 3.5 seconds in the pocket and have him bouncing. And on this is the touchdown that they get. I want you to watch Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs is essentially running a really long crossing route. That's what he's going to be running. Man coverage. He's going to follow him all the way across. But watch him. And why I'm telling you to watch him is because Josh Allen gets so much time to let the play develop and then let the receivers kind of do whatever the heck they wanted to do, that watch what happens to Stephon Diggs here. All right. So watch him. There he goes. There he goes. He falls. He falls. The Ogba's coming down on Josh Allen, but he falls. Pump fakes. The man has so much time, and that's where he killed us. He had so much time. 1. Boom, steps up. Pointing out people. Pump fake. They're covered. The guys are all covered, and you're not going to throw all the way over here because he's covered. So they're covered. He has barely any time before Emmanuel Ogba comes in, gets the sack, falls down, gets back up. He falls. His cleat comes off because he realized, oh, crap. Boom, easy touchdown. Got to get more pressure on him. Got to contain him in the pocket. You got to get pressure on him. Plain simple. So on this play, the routes don't matter. This is another sack. And we're going to be talking about the offensive line in this one. You can see Dearder patting his helmet. And you'll notice that in between the tackles, right? This stuff here, the communication is the center. So he'll pat him on the leg, or a lot of times if it's a loud, crowded area, the guards will pat the center on the leg so they'll look back at the quarterback and they'll pat him, let him know, all right, snap the ball. But they also communicate with each other, letting them know, like, oh, here comes the blitz. He's blitzing. He's not blitzing. And stuff on the outsides is where the quarterback comes in, and they point it out. So a lot of the blitzing that happens within here is on the center. The center is the one who communicates with that stuff. So he's patting himself on the head, saying, look out. Essentially, it's coming this way. More communication here. But what got him, you look at this here, and you expect him to blitz. You expect them to come in. You expected that they sent 4, 5, or 6 at him. But they didn't. They sent 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But Robert Hunt completely didn't block the linebacker. It was a little bit of a stunt. A little bit of a stunt here. They shifted. So he doesn't block. He's actually covering Myles Gaskin. He's going to be covering Gesicki. And then these guys are rushing. And just... and they all did a horrible job of blocking. And then watch... Ready? Frustration. Utter frustration. And it's just the offensive line. Utter frustration. This is the interception from Jacoby Brissett. And essentially they're all going. They're going. He's actually, sorry. He's not necessarily going that way. He is going to be going this way. He's also going to be going. And then he's going to come around and he's going to sit here. I got to get better Maybe I'll change the color or something. Better lines going there. But that's essentially the play. He could have had Gesicki on his go route, but he threw it too late. And you'll see here, I'll tell you when he should have thrown it. So they're all going, right? He's going to be going, he's going to be going, and he's kind of coming around. Right there. Just throw it. Just throw it, because these, he's passing him off. He's going to jump down on Ahmed. Obviously, he's going to come over, try to take away Waddle with 39 covering him. Just throw it right here. Just put it right here. But if you look, I'll keep that X there. Now he throws it. And by the time he throws it, he's already realizing that, oh, he's throwing it here. So look at that thing loft in the air forever. He should have got it out much quicker. Much, much quicker. Much quicker. Now. Right there. Throw it. But he lofted it up, causing the interception. This is a run play that didn't go anywhere. Probably show a few more plays, some pivotal plays, because we kind of all know that. I'm not going to keep pointing out that the offensive line struggled, because they did, and I'm not going to point out, all of the drops and stuff, because we all know it happened. But I'm going to point out some things that I found interesting, and this is going to be a handoff to Ahmed. And there's going to be a lane right about here that Ahmed should just hit. But you'll see that he kind of dances. And you guys know when I talk about this that Gaskin and Ahmed could be really good running backs if they stopped dancing so much. And I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about here. Right? Handoff here. Boom. Now, at this point, if it's any of the top-notch running backs in the NFL, you go this way, you're going to have to deal with Poyer. You go this way, Jesse Davis is going to take on 49 here. He needed to hit this lane right here. Plant his foot, his left foot. So if you turn around his left foot, plant his left foot and hit this hole right here is what he needed to do. But watch what he does. Why? Just go, man. Bam. Bam. Hit it. Pa. Just hit the hole, man. Da-da-da. And he runs it to the back of, I think that's Hunt. That's the thing, it's a yin and yang situation. And I've said that multiple times with the offensive line and the quarterback, and the offensive line and the running backs. And this was a prime example of the yang, essentially being the running back, screwed up. Because they opened a lane for him. If that's any other running back, if that's Ezekiel Elliott, if that's Kamara, if that's whoever else, they see that lane, they plant that foot, they go. But for some reason, Ahmed felt the need to do one of these and then just run into the back of his offensive lineman. When Jesse Davis had 49, he was going to block 49. Just hit the hole on your right. I feel like that's also where some of the struggling with the offense, with the run game comes from. Sometimes it is the lanes aren't there, but then also sometimes it's the decision-making by the running backs. This is the play here that absolutely broke our hearts. It is still 14-0 at this point. We are now on their 32-yard line. And this is the play that broke everyone's heart. Because if he just catches this, there was a chance of us sticking back in this game. Gets a ton of pressure on himself because Kinley, pulls, has to cover this guy, doesn't do well, backs out of it. And you can see, covered. He could drop it off here. This guy's covered. And he's looking. Could drop it off here. He could drop it off right here. But he's got time. So now the fact that he's got time, he's like, let me see if I can do something here. Watching Devonta Parker here. Screw it. 50-50. He's got no over. It's just him and 27. And he's got the height advantage on 27. I'm just going to get that ball to him. We've seen it. We've seen it against the Baltimore Ravens. I think it was his rookie year or the second year where he made a fantastic catch. If I could pull it up, I'll pull it up. Of him like jumping in the air and making that catch, and he just drops it. Just kills. Absolutely kills. I'll show it at another angle here. Just, Kinley's pulling. Not great blocking. Kind of a little bit of a hold there. Lucky he didn't get called on it. Time in the world. Lets it rip. Just. You gotta catch that. You gotta catch that. That's a touchdown. Then we're down by 7. And the Dolphin defense was, at this point, the Dolphin defense shut down the Bills. This is one of the many options. Going into halftime, we could have had a tied game. This is the same drive. Same drive. We converted. We moved the ball down the field. Brissett was actually hitting. He hit Shaheen on a nice play. He hit Gesicki on a nice play. And we're moving. And this is the play where Albert Wilson is going to run an out route. And it hits him in the hands. And he drops it. And this is another. So on the same drive, we could have had 2 touchdowns. Not saying obviously 14 points, but drop touchdown by Devonta Parker. And if you look here at the point that he drops it, and we'll see if it was a bad throw. Little low, little, behind, but you got to catch that. And I'll show it again from this angle. You got to catch that, and you'll see why I'm saying potentially 2 touchdowns. Because he catches that, right? Regardless of how low it was, because it seems like it was a little low. Boom. Right in for the touchdown. Right in for the touchdown. And just drops it. I think he was thinking touchdown. So that is 2 potential touchdowns in one drive that were dropped. This is the knee interception from our boy Xavier Howard. And it's funny because people knock Tua for staring down his number 1 guy and, just locking in on him. And if he's not there, blah, blah, blah. You have, I think Stephon Diggs just running a slant inside route. Watch Josh Allen. He just watches him the whole time. He's like, I got a helmet. So do you. Right? Drops back. Boom. Watching him. And he's like, hey, he's got the coverage on him. But Xavier Howard's behind him. Boom. Interception. But he watched him the entire time. Yeah. And I'm not saying that's good, but I'm saying everyone does it. Again, I have a helmet. So does he. Boom. Watching him. Lets it rip. This is the play that just a head scratcher for me. It's 4th and 2. And we run the ball. And if it's 4th and 2 and you're going to run the ball, don't make it obvious you're going to run the ball. Because in this pistol formation with, let's see, here's your offensive line. You got 1, 2, 3 tight ends. Got Mac Hollins, really good, blocking wide receiver. You're running the ball. He should get more playing time, just saying. But three tight ends, Mac Hollins, and you have Malcolm Brown in the backfield. You're running the ball. And it's 4th and 2. He's got to get here. He's got to get like a little bit above. Let's see if I can draw a line. It's not going to be straight. But he's got to get a little bit above that line. So it's like a little bit before the 14, looks like. And just, he doesn't. I'm going to have to get rid of the line. I wish it didn't move. But yeah, so a little bit before the 14, 4th and 2. It's not even good run blocking tight end. And Shaheen is not a good run blocking tight end. Durham Smythe should have been on this side. If you're running it to this side and you're running it over here, sure, Sathan Carter, fine. He's our fullback / tight end. Fantastic. Shaheen over here? And now eligible receiver, Liam Eichenberg, put him over there. I'm not even a coach. Look at that block. And see another angle, but maybe he did get that first down. Dolphins might have should have been able to challenge that, because it seems like the first down is like right here. No, it's like it would have been like inches short, but just horrible blocking. Why? Great play here. This is the last play I'm going to talk about, but it's because it's just such a great play by Xavier Howard. I wish he would have caught it. He's going to have a receiver. I think it's Stephon Diggs over here. He's going to run a pretty deep crossing route, and then I think he's going to be running this way. He's going to pass off the receiver. And by passing off the receiver, he then comes around and follows Stephon Diggs and just almost intercepts this ball. Just an absolute thing of beauty here. So you got Emmanuel Sanders. It's like a deep crossing route, and he passes him off. He follows him because he sees he's got his man covering him, so he follows him. For some reason, Josh Allen thought, I'm going to get that to him. Nope. We'll look at it from another angle. Just almost intercepts that ball. He thought, hey, let me trust my guy Stephon Diggs. Let me let it rip. Puts it out there. Not a bad pass. Put it out where it needed to be. But Xavier Howard. Oh, not even Xavier Howard. My bad. It was Byron Jones. Byron Jones almost had that interception. For some reason, my brain thought Xavier Howard was Byron Jones. If it was Xavier Howard, no offense, Byron Jones. If it was Xavier Howard, probably would have been an interception. It's a ball hawk. But that's essentially going to be, the film breakdown of the Buffalo Bills versus the Miami Dolphins. A lot of bad. And I don't want to go too in-depth and beat down the bush of how bad it was, but I really wanted to talk about Tua's drives. I want to talk about some of the good, some of the bad with the Dolphins. But we're going to get to comment of the day. And I'm picking this for comment of the day because I'm seeing so many comments say this where Tua is a one-read guy. Tua doesn't go through his progressions. Tua doesn't do a lot of things. And I'm going to look at some of the plays from the Patriots game. And so this is the first play I noticed. And it's about 2 minutes and 46 seconds into this film breakdown, which I think this is their first touchdown drive. And it seems like it's about 5 or 6 plays in. He throws it to the check down. He goes through his reads. It's a play action. He looks at one receiver. He looks at another receiver, and then he drops it down to the tight end. And you can see, and this is where when people say, oh, all he does is he stares down his number one receiver, and if his number one receiver is not there, he gets flustered and he runs, or he just doesn't know what to do with himself. I don't see where that's coming from because, boom, looking at his first read, not there. Looking at his second read, which is him, not there. Boom, drops it off to the tight end. And we'll look at another angle where you can see his progression. Play action here. Boom. Looking over here at this receiver. Not there. Boom. Looking at his second receiver. Not there. Boom. Dropping it off. Went through all 3 progressions. And how much time did he have to do it? And it's not like he sat in the pocket for 5 seconds to do it. We'll count. 1, 2, 3. Got the ball off. And I'll go quicker if you guys want, because maybe you think I counted too slow. And 1, 2, 3, got the ball off. Drop the ball off. Play action, did his thing. Here's another instance. Play action goes through his progression. Under center, play action here, boom. He's going to be looking at Smythe here. Doesn't see it. Moving in the pocket, tries to get it to him. Incomplete pass, great coverage by the corner there. Moving in the pocket, followed his one guy, didn't see it, went to the second guy, boom, got it off. This is the out route to Waddle. And this is a prime example here of the offensive line communicating, the offensive line talking to each other about the blitzes that they see in front of them. Because you could see these guys patting themselves on the head, letting each other know, okay, I got it. And you can see here, looking at his one read, looking at the other read, boom. Throws the out. He's not staring at the out because the out's up here. The out's up here going this. He's not even looking at the out. Boom. He's actually looking at Gesicki here. Seeing if Gesicki's going to get open. Gesicki's not going to get open. He lets go on the route. He's doing his progression. Boom, gets the ball out on the route. But there's more, and I could have went through more, but it's redundant to keep showing, look, he doesn't do it. It just, when I hear those things, he doesn't step up in the pocket, he doesn't do this, he doesn't do that, and I see it, I'm like, I don't understand where you're seeing this. If you say he doesn't do it as much as he should, then I'd be like, all right, that makes sense. But when I see people say he doesn't do it, he's a one-read quarterback, all he does is stare down his number one receiver, and when it's not there, he gets flustered. I'm like, are we watching the same game? Because I see him go through his progressions. I see him step up in the pocket. I see him try to navigate the pocket. I see him do it. Now, if you're going to tell me I'd like to see him do it more, I think he doesn't do it enough, then I'm like, okay, that makes a ton of sense. But when I hear people say, oh, he never does that, and all he does is this, and all he does is that, I'm like, am I seeing the right game? But that's what I got for you guys today with the film breakdown. Like I said, I try not to go too long with it. Some guys, you like it. Some of you don't. I'm right now at me recording. I'm at about an hour and 8 minutes. And that's with a lot of me skimming through it and doing that stuff and going over stuff. And I try to cut it down for you guys so you're not sitting here watching an hour and 8 minutes of this. So be sure to comment below. Let me know what you guys think. Does it change a little bit of your perspective? Because again, I heard people say that he didn't point out the corner on the second blitz that got him sacked off that side. He did. I showed it. I pointed it out, and Malcolm Brown did not block the right guy. Does anything I showed you kind of, bring light to things, or are you still like, no, you're a little off here? Let me know. I might be a little off. Comment below. Let me know. But tomorrow's the picks video. And then Friday, I'm breaking down the Miami Dolphins taking on the Oakland Raiders. Las Vegas Raiders going to be a very big game. Derek Carr kind of banged up. So is Jacoby Jones kind of banged up. So it's going to be a very, very interesting game. But be sure to comment below. Other than that, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Very, very busy week for me. Can't wait for Saturday. Get to sit down, watch college football, and breathe. But other than that, guys, like usual, stay classy. Fins up.